Yo, what is good YouTube? I am Richie Kim, and today I'm going to be bringing you all the performance review on the Nike Fly.By Mid 3. Before we get started, if you all enjoy sneaker content just like this, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below, and also hit that bell notification button so you never miss another video just like this. But anyways, let's get right into it. As always, starting off with the traction, the Fly.By Mid 3 features a multi-directional traction pattern. Up in the forefoot, you do have a modified herringbone traction pattern, as well as this pivot circle right here. And the traction actually works really well. Throughout the midfoot of the traction, you just have these lines that kind of form I guess a grid, almost like a very curvy grid. And then at the bottom of the shoe towards the heel, you also have this patch of modified herringbone traction. And yeah, the traction on this shoe was actually really good. If you are playing on your cleaner courts, you're going to have no problems whatsoever. You will be able to stop on a dime without any issues whatsoever. If you are playing on your your average courts, like your typical local gym courts, the traction is still really good. However, you will have to wipe. Dust does get stuck to this shoe, and if you don't wipe, the dust can actually get stuck in between the grooves as well. So just make sure you do the occasional wipe and you should be good to go. I honestly had no issues with the traction. As long as you maintain those wipes on the dustier courts, you all should be fine. The traction on the shoe was good. So moving on to the cushion, I actually have no idea what kind of cushion this is. I have no idea what type of foam is used in here. Nike is very vague. They just say it's a very plush cushion setup. My guess is probably some sort of Phylon, or I don't know, maybe it's something new that they just haven't given a name yet. But honestly, the cushioning here is very plush, just like how Nike describes it. It is very soft. It's actually really nice. You get a lot of impact protection in the heel. It is slightly firmer up in the forefoot, but you still do get some very plush cushion. This cushion is definitely, not something that I expected out of a budget model shoe, especially for this price. The cushion is actually really nice. Very soft and plush. If you're looking for more responsive cushioning, this isn't it. This is definitely more plush and soft. You get a lot of impact protection, but it still feels really good on foot. I'm not going to say that you feel like you're a slug or something on court, but yeah, the cushion is very soft, and in my opinion, it feels really good. So moving on to the materials, the Fly.By Mid 3 features this mesh upper, and on the mesh upper, you actually have this fuse overlay on the toe box for added durability. And then you also have this fuse-ish material around where the laces go on the middle of the shoe as well. But surprisingly, they actually add some leather panels here and there. I'm not sure if it's synthetic leather or authentic leather, but most likely it's going to be synthetic because this is a budget model shoe. However, it still does feel pretty good, especially for the price. So you do have that synthetic leather or leather hit right here, as well as this whole back area of the shoe. This is all that leather as well. And on the medial side, this little piece right here that connects to the back part of the shoe is also that leather. Moving on to the tongue, it is made out of mesh, and I would say it's very thinly padded. It's not nothing, but it's definitely not a lot either. It's enough just to make sure that you don't feel too much pressure if you do crank down the laces in the shoe. But yeah, overall material usage on here, shockingly, it was pretty good. For the price, I really can't complain. And then in terms of the performance, overall, I would say it's good. There are some slight issues that I will get to later though. So moving on to the fit, I would say that the Fly.By Mid 3 does run true to size. If you are a slightly wide footer like myself, I did go true to size, and I felt just a little bit of pressure up in the forefoot area, but not that much. And over time, the materials do break in, so I think you all should be good. If you have really wide feet, my suggestion would be going in stores and try them on if possible, but if not, you may want to go up a half size. Everyone else, you should be fine going true to size. For the overall fit, I would say it's pretty good. There is a slight dead space up in the toe box area, but not too much to where you're gonna notice it and it's gonna bother you a lot. and then everywhere else, you know, it's a pretty much standard fit. So overall, you know, the fit in the shoe is definitely like nothing special, but it does get the job done. So moving on to the support, I would say that the support in the Fly.By Mid 3 is actually pretty good as well. You do have an internal heel counter. I didn't have any heel slippage in the shoe. You do have this traditional lacing system, which does keep your, you know, foot as snug as possible. But where I did actually have some issues is the side-to-side movement on the footbed. I'm not sure what it is, but me personally, I did have a little bit of sliding motion, almost sliding off a little bit of the footbed on those really hard lateral movements. This material is, you know, I wouldn't say is the most supportive material, but it does get the job done pretty well. But on super hard lateral movements, I did feel like I was sliding on the footbed just a little bit. Not like I was completely sliding off of it, but I did notice that. But that was only on super hard lateral movements. Everything else, you know, is perfectly fine. Also on those lateral movements, you know, I wouldn't say that this is the widest base for a shoe, but it's more than enough to make sure that you aren't rolling over. And then in terms of the torsional rigidity and stability, for a $65 shoe, I would say that this is pretty stiff and rigid. So overall, you know, the support was good. Definitely not the best. The shoe definitely doesn't have anything fancy, you know, in terms of the support, but it does get the job done for the most part, except for the side-to-side movement on the footbed. So the Fly.By Mid 3 retails for $65, and for $65, I would say that this is a pretty damn good shoe. The only issue that I really had is the slight side-to-side movement on the footbed when I'm doing extremely hard lateral movements. But outside of that, you know, I really can't complain. This is a $65 shoe, and the traction was really good, and the cushion was really good too. You get a lot of impact protection out of the shoe, which is something that I wasn't expecting, because, you know, most budget model shoes from Nike, even like, you know, in the Kyrie line, you know, you get that super stiff, like concrete like Phylon, where here, I don't know what this foam is called or what this cushion setup is called, but it is very plush and it feels really good on foot. So, you know, 65 bucks, I'd say if you want a shoe to beat up or play outside in, definitely go for it. You know, I do think that these will be fine outside as well. The rubber is super hard. So if you all wanted a super cheap shoe to beat up, or you just, you know, balling on a budget, go ahead and pick up a pair. I don't think you'll be disappointed. That's pretty much it for this performance review. If y'all like this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button down below. And also smash that thumbs up button for me, as it really does help me out. Also, while you're at it, check out this video on my left and on my right. And that's pretty much it. Until next time, peace.